Atiku can now serve Buhari a petition through substituted means. Welcome to Roots TV Roundup. I am Togi Moore Edit. Before starting the news and details, here's a look at the top stories. Court grants Atiku permission to serve Buhari. Four parties challenge President Buhari's victory. 2018 budget had 40% implementation. The Court of Appeal in Abuja on Wednesday granted permission to the People's Democratic Party and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar to serve their petition challenging the outcome of the February 23, 2019 elections on President Muhammadu Buhari through substituted means. Granting the ex parte application, Justice Abdul Aboki, who led the panel and delivered the lead ruling, said it is in the interests of justice to grant the petitioner's application. Three more political parties, Hope Democratic Party, Coalition for Change, and the People's Democratic Movement, have filed petitions challenging the February 23 victory of President Muhammadu Buhari and the APC. This development means that the number of parties challenging President Buhari's win has risen to 4. President Buhari's primary opponent, Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, was the first to file a petition. The Court of Appeal in Abuja recently granted permission to the PDP to serve President Buhari with a petition declaring the victory of Buhari and the APC at the presidential election null and void. In the meantime, the Speaker of the House of Representatives at the third hearing of the appropriation bill revealed that the 2018 budget had only 40% implementation and has called for effective planning and implementation.
It is very painful that for some years now, our budget process has been an exercise in either or a combination of audacious optimism and of hypocrisy, involving key actors putting together a budget that they fully know would at best be implemented 45%, which by all standards is below average.
Now to top 5 business stories. Nigerian bond yields fell slightly on Wednesday, a day after the central bank unexpectedly announced an interest rate cut. Bond yields dropped to around 13% across maturities on Wednesday on minor buying interest, while the most liquid one-year treasury yield fell 15 basis points to 12.75%. Meanwhile, shareholders of Diamond Bank PLC will soon receive consideration of cash and shares following its proposed merger with Access Bank PLC. The bank entered merger agreement with Access Bank late last year. The merger would involve Access Bank acquiring the entire issued share capital of Diamond Bank in exchange for a combination of cash and shares in Access Bank. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari will on Thursday, 28th of March 2019, launch the micro-pension scheme in Abuja. The micro-pension plan, which is an initiative of the National Pension Commission, is aimed at the provision of pension services to self-employed persons in the informal sector and employees of organizations with less than 3 staff. PENCOM said the goal of the commission was to achieve coverage of 30 million people in the informal sector by 2024. Oil prices were steady on Wednesday as disruptions to Venezuela's crude export provided support, but were offset by a report that U.S. fuel inventories rose last week. Brent futures were up 15 cents at $68.12 a barrel. U.S. crude futures were unchanged at $59.94 a barrel. And equities market closed Wednesday on a negative note as NSE All-Share Index depreciated by 0.67% to close at 30,829.45 basis points, as against 0.01% depreciation recorded previously. And that's all on the Roots TV News. But before we go, a recap of our top stories. Court grants Atiku permission to serve Buhari. 4 parties challenge President Buhari's victory. And 2018 budget had 40% implementation. For more news updates, subscribe to our YouTube page, Roots TV Nigeria. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Roots TV Nigeria. I am Itogi Moore, edit.